Are we at 500 subscribers yet? Last I knew, we were awful close. So, anyhow, I think we don't have too many more comments to get to, surprisingly, because I think I think with how we're dishing them out now, in giant chunks instead of individuals, there's a higher likelihood in the comments. If you deal with the comments, there's going to be spoilers. I think that's why. So I think people are evading dishing out their comments because they could accidentally see spoilers anywhere within, from any point within the any given episode, based on any given episode. So I think that's why. But let's get to these. Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 9, Antarctic Blaze 1 year ago. Honestly, maybe it's just because I read the manga, but Season 2, Episode 9 is probably my second or third favorite episode of Attack on Titan. Enjoyed the reaction! Exclamation mark. Thank you very much. Good. That is a good sign. I didn't know how good my reaction was going to be. I never know. I never know how good it's going to be. Sometimes I know if I've done darn good. Other times I feel kind of neutral about it. So I don't know if I'm going to get smacked with a bunch of criticism or not. So that's a good sign. That's awesome that it's one of your favorite episodes. I think what we just dealt with and talked about episode 6, that if I remember it correctly, that lead up, man, that was such a moment. Such a moment. All right. Another one on Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 9. 1 year ago from question mark space question mark slash HD. They say question mark. I think they be trolling. All right. 1 year ago. Oh wait, this is 2 and 1. Whoops. I don't know how to deal with this in just text format. I guess they're on the same. Maybe one guy replied to the other guy. Zachary Sheehan. 1 year ago. Yeah, I definitely recommend looking back through this episode. All right, I thought something like that would be the case within Season 2. There's a lot of verbal stuff going on to keep track of, and it got very overwhelming and confusing. Sometimes it's just too darn fast for me to just keep track of. I'm trying to focus, and I miss stuff. So I'll probably have to skim over Season 2 before, if we ever get to deal with Season 3, react to it. And then on the same video 1 year ago, Tyreek Moore, you're actually getting somewhere in the 23-minute mark. I won't spoil it, but you were getting warmer there. All right. I don't know what I said, but I'll throw out whatever I might be speculative on my mind. I love to speculate. Speculation is the thing with mystery. That's the fun of it. You get to speculate and not know until big reveals happen. I think there was a interesting poster for Season 3. Not going to get into that, though. Looked very interesting, though. Who knows what happens? And what on earth is going to happen with the chick and the crystal from season 1? The end. Forget her name. But that's how we roll. It's one thing to forget her name. It's another thing to never remember it in the first place. That's not the case here. Was it Annie? Was it Annie? I think it was Annie. Anne or Annie. Okay, so this is actually, I guess, 11 comments on accident. Whoops. All right, so I'm going to try and be more brief with this one. My head is just boggled. Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 10. Another time ever improvement from Emil, 12. 1 year ago. I suggest you go through the verbal parts of this episode again. Smiley face. Yeah, I pretty much expected such. Reiner and Berthold's conversation and Ymir's backstory. At Ymir backstory, try to understand fully what happened there so you will understand something bigger. Enjoy your reaction. Looking forward to the next one. All right. So I was off point. I wasn't capturing it all. That happens. I'm getting too old for this or something. They gotta slow the anime down by like 50%. Oh. All right. Correction prior. Heaven's HF vid, which was for Heaven's Feel video. Yeah, I did a like price estimate guess, and then I did like a correction to it because I think I did the math wrong. Who knows? So from Game Story 1 year ago on that, I imagine $29.99 for DVD, $39 or $34.99 for Blu-ray for each movie. Who knows for limited edition, and especially the third movie. I forget what I specifically guessed, but I think I was close or on point. And this guy is really, really close as well, because I think the DVD is 30 and the Blu-ray is 40. So good job, Game Story. You got it very close as well. I forget what my guess was, but good job on guesstimating that one. Good job. All right. Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 12, Season 3, 2018. Emil, 12, from 1 year ago. Enjoyed your reaction. Eren couldn't transform because he didn't regenerate fully yet. All right. So he's got that limitation problem. If you pay close attention, his fingers were still regenerating. So just like Reiner said at episode 9 to Eren, he couldn't transform back then, even if he wanted, simply because you need to regenerate to regain your energy to transform again. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I fully caught that or not. I might have afterwards, skimming back on it. I think I remember definitely looking something over. And the person on the Beast Titan's back is the Beast Titan. What? How can the person... Oh, yeah. Okay, now I get it. Yep. Okay. Beast Titan, yep. He just came out of the nape just like Ymir did at episode 11. You can tell by the steam above the back of the Beast Titan, and the person inside the Beast Titan is unknown so far and will be revealed later on. Ooh. Congrats on finishing Season 2. Was enjoyable yet short. Yeah, that's what they do. I think that's going to be more of a future thing with the industry. I think giant 25 episode seasons are kind of too risky and too much budget to deal with. So I think what we're going to see in the future of anime moving forward is just more like 12 episode shows, and they'll just call that a season, really. I don't know which I necessarily prefer. if I think about it, would it have been better if, let's say, Steins Gate was a season 1 and season 2 instead of just the whole thing? Man, the wait would have been just horrible because of the cliffhanger. But no, even a season 1 Attack on Titan, if it was just half and half, that would be rather a little lackluster. So I think I would prefer the 25 episode format in a certain sense, but in another sense, reacting to things, I do want the less quantity because it's a lot easier to plow through. And 25 episodes, it takes forever to plow through, much longer, twice as long essentially. So yeah, there's different takes on that. So I guess I'll have to skim through season 2 at some point, if we ever deal with a season 3. If I ever intend to deal with season 3, I will try to skim over it, the dialogue. So there's more than I caught on to. Very interesting. Very interesting. That definitely intrigues. All right, 11 months ago. Ooh, we're within a year now. So, Sixzilla, 11 months ago, on Say I Love You Episode 1, commentary. May and Yamato first kiss him? Question mark. I don't remember. I don't remember what that's about. That was a long time ago. I remember the show. May and Yamato first kiss him. I don't know what you mean. I don't remember. I do remember episode 1. I do remember episode 1. I think I do. I think episode 1 was the best. I think episode 1 was the best. The rest of it, I think, was somewhat rather lackluster. But the problem with stuff like that is I already have a romance genre standard in my mind that I compare others to. So that's the problem. So nothing lives up to my favorites, of course. So things end up being a disappointment. I try and take the angle of set everything aside and just enjoy this anime for what it is, type of a deal. Less likely to be disappointed without that very high standard. So I guess thanks for the comment. 3 more here, so we're gonna be way faster. Gopen SSJ, 11 months ago. Assassination Classroom, episode 8, Blind. He says, incorrect. This is all one school trip. I think I remember what that one was. I think they were out and about, kind of doing a school trip, and I wondered if it was kind of somewhat separate school trips, but it was just, I guess, all one giant bundled school trip. I remember that episode. Koro Sensei versus all the different things thrown at him, the sniper there stopping a bullet. Wow. Didn't he stop it with like a napkin or something? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Assassination Classroom was so great. So great. I really, really liked that one. I really, really liked that one. Such a great concept, and I loved the backstory element. I loved the backstory there. You know, it was kind of classic type Hallmark anime type of a deal. All this experimenty stuff going on, and something goes wrong type of a deal. I guess kind of like God Eater, you know. But Assassination Classroom way better than God Eater. But God Eater probably better visuals. Probably better visuals. And oh, bite. Who was that? Who was that? The chick with the what was it? Was it white hair from God Eater? The chick? Was it white-haired girl? You know, rather busty. I forget her name. Man, she really chomped those pills down, though. Holy heck. Talk about an overdose. Man, oh man. All right, 2 more here. Kazo War, 11 months ago. I think he's been a long time sub. Boku no Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 1, live reaction. Says, nice. I need to go back and see your reaction to Season 1. You might want to hold off on that. You might want to not do that. I wouldn't recommend that. Back then, I ate during the reactions, which really was off-putting to folks. So I didn't do it a great service. Season 1. Plus, I was really jumping the gun at the end of Season 1. I really like Boku no Hero Academia, especially with how they delivered with Season 1. Very hype-worthy, very good stuff. I like the unique villains, the hand guy. I forget his name. I had it memorized when I did Season 2. And the warp guy, as well. Decent progression, and I'm satisfied they were able to do a full-size season, but I don't think it delivered. That's the problem. Once you set the bar, you got to keep breaking the glass ceiling, type of a deal. So I was a little disappointed, but no, I would not recommend seeing my Season 1 reaction. I jumped the gun on Season 1. I was actually concerned for All Might. I was actually concerned about him instead of crazy hyped to see him at the end there. But man, that punch, you talk about hype worthy, man. That is it right there. That's what every action anime fan is looking for right there. That punch, that hit, boom. And it was really good how it all played out at the end there. I was really impressed. And Boku no Hero Academia overall, with Season 1, it was like the ultimate tale of zero to hero, from bottom to top, you know, because he's like relaying his story this whole time, Deku, how he became the #1 hero, which really teases things. And because you catch on, because he says how he became #1 hero, well, what has to happen? All Might has to not be the #1 hero. And then there's implications beyond that, with the villains trying to kill him off, you know, as the symbol of peace. And as others have said, it was very interesting that the villains kind of got philosophical there, like calling the good guys out, saying they're kind of trying to turn the tables, say they're doing kind of the same thing that the villains are doing, and trying to accuse them of being kind of equal or the bad guys, and that the bad guys aren't necessarily the bad guys. So it kind of got interesting there, as others have said, and more of that definitely would have been welcomed. There was some tense moments with Season 2, but I don't think it lived up to Season 1. Not at the end there, no. Not even with the end of Season 2. the midway or the end did not live up to the end of season 1. All right, last comment. Epic Jordy, 11 months ago, Boku no Hero Academia season 2, episode 2 live reaction. Did you not like season 2? Question mark, question mark. I've just been same thing as I've been spewing. I don't think it lived up to season 1. That's the problem. It is so difficult to have a season 2 live up to a season 1. You know, it's what you know and love type of a deal. And it just cannot be the exact same. It cannot be the exact same. So, and what else is difficult is being able to set that aside and, in addition, not have any expectation going into it. The problem is, with season 1, how that ended, I was kind of expecting season 2 to go a little different in terms of path. I thought the first half would, with that tournament, was kind of going to lead into the second half, which would just be perhaps just all this crazy villain chaos at the stadium or something, kind of like a redo of season 1 at the whatever hero training, the Hero Academy, you know. And with the glass ceiling they set with the end of season 1 there, it just didn't live up to it for me. Season 2. I would still be interested in a season 3 because they still haven't done certain things, and I wanted to see All Might go just completely all out again, and I don't think we quite got that. I don't think we quite got that. And another problem going forward with his injury and restriction is he's going to become less and less. So they need to find a way to fill the hype-worthy gap big time and be able to break the glass ceiling that they set with All Might. So yeah, that's that with moving forward. I'd still be interested in season 3. Attack on Titan season 3, I'm kind of wavery, but Hero Academia season 3, I think I would be for. I think I would be for that. I want to see what happens. So Attack on Titan season 2, I'm kind of wavering, and with the second half of season 2 of Food Wars, I'm wavering. And I'm just trying to deal with whatever I care to get to most, because time is short and getting shorter. So I gotta move on to more important things, more and more so. So who knows when we end off, if we end off. I don't think I'll ever officially call it, but because we could always be back with another reaction after we record it in and paste ourselves with it. So I don't think there will be a necessarily end to the channel, but anyhow, that's that. And we are to the end. So I think this was really 11 comments. I think I accidentally slipped one in here. So technically we're at 61. So anyhow, let me know your thoughts and opinions, if anyone watches. I certainly will not hold back my angle. The aim is to be genuine as possible, and definitely to try to entertain. So thank you very much. I will see you up ahead. As always, take your fool.